What's up, everybody? So today I'm going to show you how I use this Threadripper Pro workstation with dual 3090s to do some machine learning. Doing my first step with this video, which is to transform a data set, the local 311 data, into a format that a machine can understand. We're just going to make the data so the machine can understand it. If you like my content, click the notification bell. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe. All right, so what I'm going to do today is analyze the 311 data from the city of San Francisco to see if I can figure anything out. What's going on in this city? I don't know. Well, I'd really like to see some data, and I'd like to be able to show it to you and to show it to my neighbors and my politicians. Citizens don't really know what's going on or how to show it to politicians. So what I want to do is make that easier. I'm starting by analyzing the data. I've downloaded the 311 data set. That data set is pretty big, 2 gigabytes, a 2 gigabyte CSV. This is all the data, I think, since like 2007. When I initially downloaded this data set, I was naively using Jupyter Lab to use like pandas and NumPy, scikit-learn to try to do some of the analysis. It was taking forever. I was using a single CPU processing core when I first set this up. Over the last couple of days, I've done a lot of homework and I figured out how to get it to use all of the GPUs using all the GPU cores. And that's what you're gonna see here now. I popped up my monitors, and I'll show you the monitors here so that I could see like what was going on with my CPUs. Are my CPU cores being used? Is my GPU being used? Right now you can see the GPU is being used a little bit. We're doing 132 watts on the first GPU. Most of the CPU cores are at or around 0. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and run through this Python notebook a little bit, load up the data. This notebook is using distributed Dask data frames. That one kind of distributes it on the CPU, but then I also have a special one called Dask cuDF, distributes all the tasks onto the GPU. Now it doesn't have all the functionality of some of these other libraries like Pandas data frames, but it does have enough for me to do some of the things I want to do. Really my goal here is to engineer the data features so that I can run machine learning against it. So I can do like neural networks or regression. So what's happening here is that the GPUs are actually doing the work. You can see the GPU wattage jumping up, and you can see the GPU utilization jumping up. I'm going to do some filtering here. Really what I'm trying to show you here is that the GPUs are making this much faster. The real test will come on a couple tasks coming up. And I think this is the one that really does it. This is actually going to one-hot encode the categorical columns. Each column will have either a binary value, either 1 or 0. Rather than having like 50 or 60 possible values in a column, say like category column or request type or police district, each police district will have its own column, and it will either contain, a row will either contain a 1 or a 0. So it's either in that police district or not. This is much easier for a computer to understand. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And here what you will see is all of this stuff is actually happening over here on the GPU. So you can see here that we're running some wattage here, and you can see the memory being used. So we're not using a ton of memory, we're up to like 50%, but these are 3090s with 24 gigabytes of RAM each. So it's using them sparingly. And we do see a small spike in CPU here. I think that's just the CPU actually loading the data into the GPUs. And it looks like we're done. We were probably done a long time ago. Let's go look at that again. First of all, I'll show you how long it takes. So we're gonna show you this encoding here. Boom, I'm hitting it. You can see here the star indicates that it's running. It's been 3 or 4, 5 seconds or something, and it's done. All right, so that's kind of it for now. We were able to take the data from raw data in a CSV file. We were able to use Dask to utilize the GPUs and the CPU, and we were able to transform the data using feature engineering, specifically one-hot encoding, to make the data easy to understand for a machine. Now, all that was made possible by the power of this computer. I'm really excited to take the next steps and show you what I'm working on. It's going to be really cool to be able to figure out what's going on in the city of San Francisco using this 311 data. All right, thanks for watching. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button. That will let you know the next time I post a video so you can keep up with this awesome series that I'm putting together for you. Thanks.